Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadali Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Srinandananam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Bhakti Vihina Parada Lakche Chittischa Kamari Tarangamade Kripamai Tvam Saranam Prapade Brinde Namaste Charanarivindam Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chevo Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev and Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, all our Rupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having us. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went from Vrindavan, he went to Varanasi. There at Prayag, he met one great poet. His name was, I cannot remember his name, but great poet. So he was very rasik also. I've heard he was disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him some questions, 4 questions. Of all forms of God, which is the best? Which is the topmost? So he answered, Shamam eva paramam rupam. Of all forms, Sham Sundar, Krishna is the topmost. Shamam eva paramam rupam. Then Mahaprabhu said, of all places to live, this Raghupati Upadhyaya was the name of the poet. Raghupati Upadhyaya. Of all places to live, which is the best? Puri, Madhupuri, Varam. Madhupuri, Mathura. Madhu means nectar, right? So that place full of nectar. Madhupuri, Mathura, that is the best place to live. Which is the best age to meditate on Krishna? Means Krishna has 3 main ages: babyhood, childhood, and youth. No more than that. Krishna never appears older than 16 years, 8 months, 2 weeks old. That is his peak. So, of these ages, which is the best age to meditate upon Krishna? Dayam Kashoramakya, the Kishore Avastha, the stage of Krishna's eternal youth, blossoming youth, teenager. That is the best age to meditate upon. And of all the ways to love Krishna, which is the best? Adeva Rasopara. The Adi Ras, the original Ras, conjugal mood like we have in this world, like husband-wife, for example. Adi Ras. Adi Ras because all others are included in it. Just like if we take sugarcane and boil it down, it becomes molasses. You boil molasses, it becomes gur. If you boil gur, condense gur, somehow it becomes candy. And you condense that, it becomes lozenge, rock candy. So rock candy have the taste of all others. So Adidas, the original mood, that is the best way to think of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy by those 4 answers. He made them into one verse. And again, in great ecstasy, he chanted, Shamam eva paramam rupam, Puri Madhupuri Varam, Daya Kashoraka Akyam Adi eva rasopara. Krishna is the best form. His age as a teenager is the best age to meditate upon him. The best place to live is Vrindavan, and the topmost affection for Krishna is attained in the conjugal mode. So in ecstasy, Mahaprabhu chanted this again and again. So Krishna's eternal age, either is 16 years, 8 months, 2 weeks. That is his eternal age. But because of the vision of the devotee, that one form of God appears in a different way. Like an example, Kevin, right? His mother sees Kevin in one way. Fiance will see Kevin in another way. Purushottam will see in another way. His enemy will see in another way. But Kevin is one, he is not 15 or 20. So in the same way, Supreme Lord is one. Krishna, eternally youthful form. But he is revealed differently because of the mood of the individual. Like mother, she will not see Krishna as handsome youth. She will see, oh, he is tired. Child. The friends will also see in one way. So Krishna is one, but he is perceived as many. Okay. So, for that reason, to give special happiness to devotees in different moods, Krishna also has the power to appear as child, to appear as baby, to appear as 5, 6, Paugand, to give happiness to the devotees. No? So this does not mean that still, despite doing this, Krishna is still without transformation. Okay? We believe the whole world transforms. Everything in the creation transforms, except him. He never transforms. But this apparent transformation that we see Krishna as baby, then he's drinking breast milk, he becomes big. Instead of crawling, now he is walking. This seems like a progression. It seems like a transformation. No. This is just to give happiness to the devotees. So it's not a material transformation. This Yogamaya does this to give more happiness to the devotees. Understand? So, Krishna have many, many different types of devotees. To satisfy them, his Yogamaya makes that one Krishna appear as many. Like famous example, there was a wicked king called Kamsa. He wanted to kill Krishna. So he hated Krishna from beginning. And surprisingly enough, he was the first person to know Krishna will come in this world. So he was always thinking how I can kill him. Because if Krishna is finished, there's no competition for my enjoyment, my domination. So he sent many, many demons to Vrindavan to finish Krishna, but all Krishna was like a Bermuda Triangle. Many went there, but no one came back. So Kamsa was thinking, in this Vrindavan is some special power. Krishna gets there. If I can bring him out, I can finish him there. So thinking like this, he built a big wrestling arena. If you come, you did not get a chance this time to see the city of Mathura, but there is still these wrestling places still there today. You can go. Now just monkeys jumping and stuff like that, but 5,000 years ago you can get some idea of the size. So Krishna, as he headed towards the wrestling arena, then there was one huge elephant, Kuvalyapit. No, he was also a demonic elephant. So he tried to kill Krishna. Krishna finished him and took his tusk. Krishna took one tusk from the elephant, and Balaram took the other tusk and carried on their shoulder like heroes. So when they entered the wrestling arena, Ananta, what happened? He's fully absorbed. So many different audiences. So many different types of persons were in the audience. Like even in a mundane football match. Right? There's royalty, or cricket match. There's royalty, there's low-class persons, educated persons, middle class. So, but in the same way, when Krishna entered, then all different type of persons were in the audience. Right? And what they saw, everyone saw the one Krishna according to their vision. Right? So, what is that verse? So when he entered the wrestling arena, then there were two huge demons, wrestlers. They were so powerful. They had strength of thousands of ordinary men. The names were Charan and Mustik. Mustik means fist, actually. His name was Mr. Fist. So it gives you some idea of his mentality. So when Krishna entered the wrestling arena, they came with a mood full of challenge. You fight with him. You finish him. Their mood was not devotion. So they saw Krishna, what mood? They saw according to their mood. So what did they see? They see Krishna is also like an iron thunderbolt. Malane asanam rinam narovaram stiryam smaro murtima. They saw Krishna as a thunderbolt, like an iron figure, iron stature, huge muscles, fighter. This is Krishna is not like that actually. But their mood, they perceived him like that. Malane asanam rinam narovaram. The ordinary person saw Krishna as ordinary person. No, but Naruvara. They saw him. He's a human being, they thought. But Naruvara. He is the best of humans. Some special human. Topmost. They were not jealous of him, therefore they could perceive some excellence in him that the demons could not see. The young ladies, no, they saw Krishna as Cupid. Smara. Smara means Cupid. Smaro Murtima. Personification of Cupid. Why Cupid? No one can see. Right? Where he lives, where is he? So they saw it before. Cupid has no form. Now this Cupid has taken a form, in the form of this dark boy. So they saw him full of lust, full of affection. So the old ladies, the old men, the grandpas and grandmas in the audience, they saw Krishna as Swaputra, my child. So sweet boy. They full of parental affection for him. The friends who had also come with Krishna from Vrindavan, Krishna's going on a picnic, chalo, they went with him. They saw, no, my friend. They saw nothing special, my friend. So the kings who are on the side of Kamsa, the king, what's the job of the king? Punishment, reward. Chastise him, correct him, reward him. They saw Krishna like that, the giver of all punishment, the giver of all reward. So they saw him with that mood. They were kings, they saw Krishna like a king, like that. The yogis, before they had seen the super soul and the heart in their meditations, now that same super soul they could see walking in the wrestling arena. So they saw Paratattva Yoginam. The Yoginam thought that is the absolute truth, like God, the super soul. Then, what else? Kamsa, who had come there to kill Krishna, he saw Krishna as death. He saw Krishna but felt full of fear. Krishna is not fearful. He is very sweet, very beloved, very affectionate. The ocean of prema. But Kamsa could not see that. He saw only his death. No? Some priests were there. They were also worshippers of Shiva. So when Krishna had killed the elephant, some blood was there on him. But Krishna looked more attractive, like a blue lotus covered by pollen. That is the nature of Krishna's beauty. You put even something bad on him, he looks even more attractive. That is inconceivable beauty. Like Krishna covered in cow dung. Krishna as a baby used to grab the tails of the calf. They would run here and there in the cow yards. And Krishna would be covered in cow dung. Still he looked so handsome. But they saw Krishna but covered in blood. They could not perceive his beauty. They saw him with disgust. Oh my God. He's obviously just killed some innocent rabbit or something. Sprayed blood, not even taken bath. They saw Krishna with disgust. So some moods were favorable, like the young ladies, like the parents, like the friends. The Paratat Vrishninam Paradevata. The Vrishnis, Krishna's dynasty, saw him as their worshipful deity, like God. So some moods were favorable, like the Vrishnis, Krishna is God, the yogis, the young ladies, the old grandfathers and grandmothers, the friends. So these 5, and a few more. Anyway, 12 different types of persons saw Krishna. 7 were favorable, I mean these moods not against devotion. But some are unfavorable, like fear, thunderbolt, what else? Death, disgust. So not everyone saw Krishna in the same way, therefore they had different visions. So in the same way, religion is not 15 or 20. Religion is one. But that one dharma, we say, that one religion, because religion, if God is one, then religion must also be one. So So because of different mentalities that we possess, different qualifications, we perceive the one religion as Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, according to qualification that is perceived. So, generally when people hear about Krishna was a baby, they become bewildered. How possible? Supreme Lord is older than the oldest, the most supreme, most ancient person, how he can be a baby? Other incarnations do not do this type of pastime. Like Lord Narayan, was he ever a baby? Lord Narayan, no mother. Who's Lord Narayan's mother and father? No mother and father. What else? Any baby form? No baby form. He has any teacher, any guru? He has any brothers or sisters even? Okay. Not really. Was he ever married? Something is there, but generally no. No. Therefore, most people, when they worship, they try to understand God, they think in this terms of opulence. Narayan must be God. Why? No baby form. No mother, father. No wife even. No children. No nothing. So when they hear Krishna's Leela, become bewildered because it seems a contradiction. He is the greater than the greatest, but crying for his mother's breast milk. The supreme strong, but he cannot walk because baby. No? So crawling on hands and legs. So generally, in material life, opposites cancel each other. Heat and cold put together become zero. Big and small put together become zero. What else? Hot and cold, positive, negative. But Krishna is not like that. These all impossible opposites can exist in him at the same time, without contradiction. That's why the Vedanta said, Vuru Dharma Asraya. Impossible opposites, complete contradictions can be in Krishna, and within him they are perfectly harmonized. That is God. So, even though he is the older than the oldest, the most ancient, the cause of all causes, still he's moving around in baby form. Even though he does not need anyone or anything for his satisfaction, still he's crying for his mother's milk. Even though he is Gyan Swarup, he is the source of all knowledge. He is knowledge. Krishna is knowledge. He is Gyan Swarup. But still, he asking mother and father, what is that tree? What is that bird? And they're teaching him. So don't become bewildered when we hear these things. Just understand this is inconceivable potencies, which makes the impossible possible. Okay. So, these childhood pastimes only in this world. When Krishna comes to this world, only then you see these pastimes. Because in the spiritual world, he's eternally youthful, eternally 16 years, 8 months, 2 weeks old. So, the childhood pastimes of Krishna, Krishna accepting birth, Krishna getting his nappy changed, Krishna drinking milk from his mother, these all Krishna getting bath, these all things, these all pastimes only happen here in the material world. When Krishna comes to this world, in the Prakat Leela, then all these things are shown. But there in the spiritual world, these things are not there. For that reason, some devotees say, when Krishna comes to this world, the pastimes here have a special beauty. Just like in the middle of the day, if we light a torch, if we light a candle, no beauty. But if you light that candle in the night time, that same candle has so much beauty. There's so much contrast. So much attraction. So Krishna's childhood pastimes have a special power, a special sweetness. So, also these are very good for us, a little easy to understand for us. So, right. So, maybe we'll wait till tomorrow night, we're going to start this, but sometimes Didi says sometimes, love means fear. Then when we say this, people become triggered. But love means fear. If you love someone, you fear to displease them. This is natural. Right? Husband and wife know it more than anyone. Husband fears. If real affection is there for wife, he fears to displease her. And wife also will be the same. So when we say fear, we don't mean any negative thing. This is positive and helpful. So, Krishna has so much regard for his devotees. Such a position he holds them in. He thinks they are more than me. Mad Bhakta Puja Adhika. Mad Bhakta, what Krishna says. Mad Bhakta Puja Adhika. My devotee is even more worshipful than me. My devotee is superior to me. They've given everything for me, so I cannot neglect them. So Krishna gives such a position. That position, devotee never misuses, but Krishna fears to displease them. Therefore he allows himself, like an ordinary child, to be bound, to be punished. This is mother's affection. Mother punishes child not out of ill will, but out of special affection. Like 100 children are smoking cigarettes in the park. But Lavan's mother sees you. Which child she will beat? All 100 or how many? Who will she beat? One. My child. That special affection is there. My child. So in the same way, Mother Yasoda punishes Krishna, binds him, threatens him, but it's done out of so much affection. So, Krishna also so much enjoyed this taste. You cannot find that anywhere else. In the spiritual world, other incarnations, everyone is bowing to him. He is the Supreme Personality. He is the Supreme Authority. But in this Braj Leela, no, Krishna has given that up. And all are absorbed not in tasting the opulence of Krishna, but in the sweetness of Krishna. Even if Krishna tries to explain to his mother and father, I am God, still they cannot hear. No, they cannot hear that. They have no attraction to that. No interest in that. Even if Krishna shows some astonishing thing that proves he is God, still they don't believe it. Imagine. Even he does some astonishing thing that only God can do, still his mother and father, the idea Krishna is my son, they cannot give that up, that feeling for any other feeling. Like when Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain, that time Govardhan was 12 miles long. 12 miles long, 7 miles high. How high is Everest? 30,000 feet, right? How many miles is that?
8 kilometers, 8.4 kilometers.
How many miles is that? 5.
5 something, yeah.
At the time of Krishna Lila, Govardhan was higher than Everest. Imagine the size. Krishna lifted it as a 7-year-old child, like an elephant lifts a mushroom. This thing only God can do. But still his mother and father not believe this is God. Nanda Baba seeing, but still the feeling, Krishna is my son, that feeling not left him. What did he think? Oh yes, I worship the Supreme Lord Narayan. And I pray to him, please protect my son. He is very foolish, please protect him. So Lord Narayan gives some power to Krishna. And Krishna can do these astonishing things. He's not thinking Krishna is doing it. He thinks what? God, who's in everyone, who's also in Krishna, he's doing this. Why? Because of my prayers, my devotion. So Krishna actually not doing anything. My devotion is doing everything. When Krishna lifted Govardhan, the coward boys not become astonished. Oh my God, no. What they said? Don't become puffed up. They took their sticks also. Okay, Krishna, take a break. I've got it now. And Madhumangala, the Brahmanas, thinking, no, I am chanting Gayatri Mantra. My Gayatri Mantra doing all this. What Krishna can do. Mother Yasoda saw, she became angry. Stupid boy. Look what your uncontrolled senses have now forced you into. Give me that mountain and go and take lunch. She says, give me that mountain. Look, your stomach is going in. No, you must be very hungry. Your arm is weak. So you give that mountain to me, you go and take lunch, then you come back later. But Krishna is God? No. She feels my soul. So this very special thing about Vrindavan Lila. Other incarnations, their position, their power, their magnificence is prominent. But here in Vrindavan, even Krishna shows his prominence, no one pays any attention. They just think, Nitya Sambandha Korimani. He is my friend, he is my beloved, he is my Prabhu, like this. So, don't think Krishna only has one mother and father. Krishna has the capacity to have unlimited mothers and fathers, because unlimited Purush, unlimited. The whole world can think Krishna is my son, no problem. And Krishna has the power to fully give himself to each person. That is his potency. He has the power to fully give himself to each devotee. So, all souls have a particular relation with Krishna. Some as servant, generic das, generic servant. Some as friend. Some as like mother and father of Krishna. And some as beloved. These four moods are there. So, every soul have one perfect inherent mood within them. Now, even now. Now we cannot understand, but it's there. So by doing, we are hearing, what we hear we will think about tonight as we go to sleep. What was that? If you don't want to think, thinking will come. What is that he spoke? What was that? How is this possible? Maybe some question will come in the morning, I will ask this. So hearing. Hearing means then manan, meditation. You will think. Maybe you will speak to others. I heard this. So Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran. These three like a circle. So now, maybe we are hearing first time. Maybe we're hearing more. The more we hear, the more that meditation will become thick. Until that meditation will become constant like a flow of honey from a jar. If you can read, there's different levels of remembrance. So Dhruva Anusmriti, when that remembrance becomes constant, that means because this is spiritual and unlimited, that time even if you want to forget Krishna, you cannot forget. By force, Krishna will force his way into the path of your mind. That is very strong meditation. Even if you want to forget him, cannot. That is the safe way. So, anyway, what I'm saying is doing spiritual practices. We will die, we will take birth again. If we've done a lot of good spiritual practice, next life take birth in Vedi. A family of transcendentalists. From birth, like Didi, right? From birth, you take birth in such a family. Like Didi's mother, 12 years just chant Harinam, She never even talked to her own children. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Not talk to her own parents. So she not talk to her own husband even. Own children. I will not talk to anyone until I finish 12 years of chanting Harinam. Imagine growing up with such a mother. Then you end up like being Didi, right? Because from birth you get that. No, from birth. So, if you do a lot of spiritual practice, next life can take birth from beginning in that type of family. Maybe we could not do so much spiritual practice, next life take birth in wealthy family. But that's also a little dangerous because if you have too much wealth, high chance misuse. So anyhow, next life, everything will be more favorable, easier. Our problem is we are like the space shuttle. Right? Space shuttle used millions and millions of kilos of fuel, so much roaring, so much fire, so much thrust, and he's just trying to get free from the Earth's gravity. Go up, a few meters. We're like that. We're putting so much energy, but just trying to become free from the attraction to this world. But once you become free, then you can go very fast up. So point being, anyhow, this life we cannot achieve some level of perfection. Next life will be so much easier. So eventually you'll reach the stage of Bhav Bhakti. We will reach the stage of Bhav Bhakti. if pure love of Krishna is like a sun, Prem Suryangsha Samya Bhakti. This Bhav Bhakti is like one ray, like one drop from the sun, one ray of the sun. So when that comes, where you go? You'll be transferred to the universe where Krishna is doing his pastimes. How many universes? I have heard Srila Bhaman Maharaj said 400 trillion universes. Do the math. 400 trillion universes. Understand, Ananta? 1,000 thousands is a million, right? 1,000 millions, a billion. 1,000 billions. Even Jeff Bezos, he only has 200. Elon Musk has like 205. I saw the other day. 205. Who even has a million billions? No, 1,000 billions. No one. Probably even the Rothschilds, how much they have? Half a trillion. But 1,000 billions is a trillion. 1,000 trillions is a quadrillion. 400 quadrillion universes. I've heard like that. How many? And our universe is very small. So Krishna is doing his pastimes from one universe to another. Very fast. Like if you spin, like as children you get the sparklers, right? And you do like that at night time, it makes like a wheel of fire. So fast you do. So Krishna is going one universe. Next minute he's appearing in another universe. Next minute, next second he's appearing in another universe. So indeed he's doing it like this, like a circus. Now there's not so many circuses, but before circus would come to one city, then everything was finished, they would pack up and move to another circus, another city. So Krishna with all his associates, moving from one universe to another universe to another universe. This is called Prakat Lila. Aprakat in the spiritual world is always going on, Krishna and his activities. Not that when Krishna comes here, there it becomes empty. There is always there and manifest here. So Prakat Lila. So if you do nice devotion this life or whenever and reach the stage of Bhav, then you'll be transferred to that universe where Krishna is doing his pastime. Then you can meet him directly face to face for the first time. Practically speaking, that time you have achieved perfection. Some inconceivable way, still some attraction will remain in this world. But you see Krishna and associate with Krishna his eternal mother and father, eternal friends, eternal gopis. Then whatever is left there will be burned to ashes. Whatever obstacle there remaining will be destroyed. Then you can achieve prema, sneha, man, pranay, rag. Up to what is possible for you, you can achieve all these high levels of devotion. Then, at that stage, you'll be transferred to the eternal pastimes of the Lord. Once you go there, the spiritual world, soul never comes to this world. So we still have quite a way to go, but no problem, because devotion is so much happiness. As long as we get prasad and some guitar, some harinam, Vaishnava Sangha, devotee happy anyway. So he take a few more births. It's no problem for them. No? They feel happiness anyway. So this is the background I'm telling all this. So, Krishna, supreme independent personality. But only one thing can attract him. That is loving service. You cannot attract him by wealth. Because who have more wealth than him? Or beauty, who have more beauty than him? Or knowledge, or high birth, or these so-called piety. These things cannot attract him. Bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga dam, bhakti yoga krishnaye smarana kandam. Only one thing attracts Krishna. That is bhakti yoga. That's the yoga of devotion, of selfless giving. Okay, this can attract him. So the gopis joking with Krishna. Oh Krishna, if you dance, I shall give you a laddu. You know a laddu? If you dance, I'll give you a laddu. But not ordinary dancing, some classical dance. And Krishna dancing. But Krishna says, Gopis, I know you will cheat me. I cannot count. For how many laddus I have earned, I know you will cheat me by not giving me the correct amount. So Guru Maharaj said, Gopis would roll little bits of cow dung into balls and put them on his, like they say, gopi dots. All these young girls at the festival, gopi dots, don't tell them what it really is. Otherwise they'll be broken hearted. So the gopis roll little bits of cow dung and, oh Krishna, each time you can count yourself how many laddus you have earned. And they decorate him like this. Normally a child decorated by cow dung will not look sweet. But Krishna, look how much attractive. Dance, and here's dancing. And gopis in circle, clapping. So much laughing. Krishna like a puppet in their hands. But Krishna feel great bliss, great happiness doing this. So, in this way all the gopis encourage Krishna in different ways. Sometimes the gopis would say, this Krishna is very strong, look at his muscles. Then the other group of gopis, no, Baladeva is very strong, look at his muscles. No? Then Krishna Balaram would be like, they would encourage some wrestling between the two boys. Some gopis would be chanting Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev. Other gopis chanting Jai Krishna. Like black and white cloud. Clashing in the sky, they would roll on the ground and all gopis so much enjoying, so much relishing, so much laughing. At other times, Krishna would be thirsty after dancing for so long. Oh gopis, give me a drink. What do you want? So in Braj, the most useless drink is chach. Right? Krishna, his father, has 900,000 cows. Imagine how much milk. So in India, they still do. They milk, they drink, right? What's left, you can make into yogurt, then it lasts many days, right? Yogurt can last many days. And then when finally how much yogurt you plunder and eat, how much one limit is there, then the rest they churn this yogurt. Then this yogurt comes, then the butter. And they take out, and what's left is rubbish. They call charge, buttermilk. So, Krishna says, maybe I could get half a glass of buttermilk. It means because no value to you, because you are throwing anyway. And Gopi said, you know how much work? Have you ever made charge, Krishna? No. You know how much work is in this? Have you ever milked a cow, Krishna? Never. Then how much work to milk a cow? Ever made yogurt? No, haven't done that one either. We have to milk the cow, we have to put it into yogurt, we have to churn, take out all the butter, and this so much hard work, and you think we're going to give you for free. If you dance, if you sing, then we will give you one glass. So this is Krishna's activities. All day, Gopi's pulling him here and there, but he feels so much happiness. Krishna said to, I think Uddhav, I felt so much happiness in Vrindavan. No? I could not understand if it was daytime or nighttime. So Krishna is so much absorbed that Narad Muni had to go, hey, Krishna, come on. No, don't forget your mother and father Devaki and Vasudeva in the jail of Kamsa. Don't forget why you came to this world. You came here to kill the demons, protect religion. Because Krishna is so much absorbed in all that he forgot everything. So sometimes devotee have to remind him, you also have other responsibilities. You should give some little glance to that. So, sometimes the gopis would say, oh Krishna, bring my umbrella. Bring my shoes. No? Bring this churning stick. And baby Krishna would try to lift the churning stick, but very big, he could not. No? Like this. So gopis feel so much happiness in all this. They're making Krishna serve him. Bring this, do this, do this. But Krishna feels so much pleasure. So, sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank, sometimes wooden shoes, a wooden measuring rod, a churning stick. And Krishna, thus ordered by the mothers, he would try to bring them, but sometimes he could not because they were too heavy. So he failed, he could not bring them. No? So when he could not lift it, he just touch it and do like that. And all gopis would smile. Sometimes to give happiness to his relatives, Krishna would do like that, like a wrestler. See these muscles, see these muscles. And gopis would laugh. So, Krishna showed this, how he is controlled by his devotees. Dusayam tab vidim loka atmano britya vatsalyatam. Krishna showed how much he have affection for the devotees. He can be subdued, be controlled only by devotion. His servant. Because devotees never misuse that power Krishna gives them. I am yours. The devotees never misuse that for their own pleasure. They use that power for Krishna's satisfaction. In this way he increased the happiness of all the Brijabasis by his activities. Madbhakta Vinodatam. We were saying a little bit last night. Everything we cannot accuse, even though Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, we cannot accuse him of lust or selfishness, because everything he does is for their pleasure, their happiness. So once, next to the village of Vrindavan is the city of Mathura. So sometimes the gopis, because village, like in a village you cannot get everything, right? Gopis have so much milk, yogurt, ghee, paneer, what else? Buttermilk. So much they have dairy products. But sometimes they also need things like salt, masala, right? Different spices, rice. So the gopis, even though they're like Lakshmi, goddesses of fortune, sometimes because of human-like leela, the gopis would also take so much yogurt and milk, they would go to the city of Mathura, they would exchange for what they need, masala, spices, all these type of things. So when they would meet, what the ladies would talk about. These ladies from Vrindavan would discuss the sweetness of Krishna. Because Urukrama Chittayala, Krishna, where he resides, always in their minds. So they go to Mathura, they carry him there. And what's in the mind, you speak that. So Machita Matkata Prana Bhariyantis Parasparam Katam Ritis Chamam Nityam Tusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Krishna says in devotees. What is the definition of devotee? Machita Matkata Prana. I am their life. I am their speech. Machita Matkata Prana. I am their only goal. So when devotees meet, what do? They speak about Krishna. And they give themselves so much happiness as well as Krishna and the other people. So these young ladies would come to the city and they met one old lady. Very old lady, fruit seller. Fruit seller means not very good position. Not fruit seller. So this old lady would hear about Krishna's sweetness. Oh, have you met the son of Nanda? Have you met the son of Yashoda? Oh, he is very sweet, very affectionate, very wonderful in every way. So this old lady would hear about baby Krishna from these ladies as they would come and go from Krishna's village. And this old lady developed greed. I also want to go and see. Greed has its own special qualification. Guru Maharaj said, imagine there was one old man, okay, older than Ananta, no hair, no teeth, no money. He's there and the princess of the city goes past on an elephant. And he looks at her and thinks, I want to marry her. Is such a thought illegal? No. Because greed has its own independence. Greed not dependent. I want, that is enough, that is sufficient. So this old lady developed greed. But I want to see Krishna. I want to attain him. And for that reason we are doing all this stuff. Why we are hearing. I said we are hoping one day this greed may awaken in us. This real strong transcendental greed. We have some greed. Otherwise we would not even be doing this, what we are doing. So we cannot say there is no greed, no desire. But now our desire a little small. But Guru Vaishnava expert, how to fan that so it becomes a big fire. This old lady thought, Chalo, I also want to see this boy. So she, when you go and visit someone, should not go empty-handed. She said, thought I'd take some gift. So all good fruits she packed into her head basket. No, rambutans. What's rambutan in it? Another name of rambutan? What is it? Lychee. We had some this morning. Terrible. Not so good ones. But lychees, when sweet, very nice. Lychees, mangoes, papayas, bananas. Many, many good things she put in her basket. And early in the morning she walked to the city, the village of Vrindavan. So, she asked, where does Krishna live? Where is his house? They pointed. This is his house, Gokul. So she went there but could not go inside because fruit seller. So she's in the street and she's waiting and calling. When Krishna will come, I will see him, I will see him. So she called out again and again, get fruits, nice fruits, mangoes, grapes, guavas, all these things. But Krishna not came. So sad, she went back. Next day she came again with fresh fruits to sell, but baby Krishna not come outside. So third day she become a little bit mad. She thought, I promise I never return home until I see him. And with great eagerness she began chanting, get mangoes, get your grapes here, get your bananas. In fact, she becomes so absorbed in thinking of Krishna, she forgot bananas, grapes, mangoes, lychees. She began shouting, get Damodar, these are all names of Krishna. Get Gopal, especially these baby names, Gopal. Didi says, should never call your child Gopal because that child will be very naughty. Get Gopal, get Govinda, get Damodar, get Krishna. Get Sham Sundar, means fully absorbed. She forget everything. She forget her body, she forget her mind, she forget her family, she forget everything and just fully absorbed in chanting Krishna's names. So where Krishna lives, I think, well, Krishna's in India, that's a long way away. But it says, Naham Tistami Vaikuntha. Krishna says, I do not live in the spiritual world of Vaikuntha. I do not live in the hearts of the yogis. I live where that person chants my name. So with full determination she chanted. So Krishna must be attracted by that. You know? Even this world, when baby cries, mother cannot ignore, she must go. So when devotee fully chants, full heart, then Krishna must come. But we are not doing like that. We're chanting, looking at the pigeons. Bhakti Pramod Purnima said, if we're chanting, we see the monkey jumping from one roof to the other, that means you are not chanting. You are just time pass. But really with full heart, she chanted. And really sometimes if we really give heart, we can feel like that. But mostly we're just chanting with distracted mind, no? Mind is going somewhere. Mala is going one side, brain is going another side. But really this day she fully give up all other desires and chant with full absorption. So don't think it's very hard to please Krishna. Only one thing can please him, that is the name. Krishna is called Nam Priya Thakur. He is satisfied just by hearing someone chant his name. It's not difficult to please him. Not difficult. Nam Priya Thakur, one name of Krishna. So she chanting very eagerly, then Krishna heard this chant. And he was inside his house. So he came. And Krishna at that time was no, what's that thing you showed me yesterday? Contactless pay. No money even that time. People pay by barter system. That time they had real wealth like gold, silver, jewels, pearls. But now they just give paper coins. Soon there won't even be paper left. There'll just be some numbers on a screen. So before was barter system. So Krishna had watched proceedings previously. So he knew these nice fruits are there, but I have nothing. So he took some grains in his hands. From one big pot of rice there, he took some grains and he went outside. Completely naked, buck naked, as they say. Only some decorations he have. His mother has put some kajal here, big black, to keep dust out of the children's eyes. They put kajal here, eyeliner, that people would not look at her child with envy. She put some black spot here. Even now in India, when they build something, we also do it. Someone puts a sign. Body, booty, naje, wala, teda, mukakala, they say. Oh, if you look at me with envy, your face will go black. They write like this. Even guys on the back of their trucks have like that. Don't look at my truck with envy. Don't look at my, they say, give that, what is it, the evil eye.
Mm-hmm.
To protect Krishna from the evil eye, Mother Yashoda has put some mark here, some black thread around his waist. His little fat children, babies are fat, no? So like the little Michelin man. He's walking towards this lady with so many grains in his hands. But grains means Lakshmi. So Lakshmi very sad. Why Krishna throwing me from his house? So she dropping from his hands. She wanted to stay there. So by the time Krishna came to this fruit seller lady, how many grains are there left? 7, 8, all had dropped on the path. So, right. So this lady saw Krishna, so sweet. And Krishna also looking at all these fruits. Then give me, give me. What you have, then Krishna showed his grains. Then her heart fully melted. Because sweet child. But she also gets some pure intelligence. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tesham satajayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantate. For one who is searching for me, I give inside the intelligence how they reach me. So this lady thinking, what do you want, baby, child, what do you want? These fruits. I will not give you unless you sit on my lap and call me mother. If you do that, I will give you fruits, otherwise I will not give fruits. So Krishna is not some begging some child, some street child. He is the son of the king of Braj, but also he's too much greedy for these fruits. So he's a little worried, if anyone sees me, who is this lady? No one knows. If anyone sees me, the prince of Braj, the prince of sitting on the lap of some strange woman and calling her mother, my reputation will be finished. Also, if someone tells my mother, maybe mother will chastise me. So Krishna looking like this, left, right, nobody looking, anybody looking. Then like a rocket, he sat on the lap, grabbed her chin. Oh sweet mother, oh dear mother, oh meaty mother, oh affectionate mother, give me some sweets. Gurudev said very soon, Gurudev would sit, grabbed her chin like a rocket, give me, and then very quickly stood up. This means now they have fixed relationship. We are chanting name, but our relationship is not fixed. So when we chant, we are meditating and thinking of other things which are more dear to us. Right, Kevin? When you chant, what do you think of? Tell the
A
truth.
lot of things.
What's the main thing? Start with P and end with? Huh? Anyway, so main thing is we should chant name with relationship. That is main thing. Otherwise we chant name without that proper feeling, then our name has not so much power. That will be Nama Parado, Nama Bas. Anyhow, whatever we have to start somewhere. So, oh mother, give me fruits. Did like this on her chin. Then this lady fully melted. And she piled Krishna's hand. Krishna have to hold like this. And she piles the best mangoes, all these good fruits. And Krishna holding against his bulgy stomach. Krishna went inside. Then mother saw all these fruits. Mother became astonished. Where all these come from? So she cut gave to Krishna and began distributing. Because these fruits come from the hand of Krishna, no matter how much Mother Yasoda cut and distribute, not finished because became unlimited. So this lady, where she go? All her desires were fulfilled. All desires, no more unfulfilled desires. So her heart fully melting in her affection for Krishna, she becomes stunned. So even the whole day passed. Night time came, but she's just sitting there like a statue because Krishna had stolen her heart. Everyone wears the t-shirts. Lost my heart in Vrindavan. But is it like that really? But this lady really lost. Krishna really stole her heart. So where she go? Because she does not belong to herself. So evening time, Brijavasi come. Woman, are you mad? Go home, go home. So this lady was very poor because fruit seller means what? No money. How much she will earn? Whole life she had nothing. So when the Brijavasi said, old woman, move, you cannot stay here all night. So she picked up her fruit, like a machine, picked up her fruit basket and went. As she was going, she think, oh, this basket is, why so heavy? Krishna took many fruits, I probably sold a few here and there. So when she thought, why this basket is so heavy? No. She looked down and saw this basket was full of gold, full of jewels, very, very valuable, filled with jewels and gold. This woman here, I didn't know that, Pulinda woman, like low caste, very low caste, like Aboriginal, you say. No? That's why Krishna was a little hesitating to sit in her lap. You know? So when she looked and saw so much wealth, then she understood what happened. Krishna had many energies, many different powers. And Krishna's different desires are served by his different energies. For example, Krishna has Gyan Shakti. If Krishna wants to know something, his potency of knowledge is merely revealed to himself or to whomever he wants. That is Gyan Shakti. If Bhakti Shakti, if Krishna wants to give devotion to someone, give devotion, then the Bhakti Shakti gives devotion. So if Krishna wants to reveal his opulence, his wealth, or give some wealth, then Krishna takes short of the Aishwarya Shakti, the knowledge of the potency of opulence. So Krishna thought this lady is very poor. So just by that thought, immediately her basket became full of jewels. But when she saw those jewels, did she become happy? What she did? She became angry. What? Krishna want to exchange? No. What affection he give me, now he want to give me this, she become angry. Completely dissatisfied. She took that basket and threw in the Yamuna. No interest. So this is one test of devotion. Where there is devotion, knowledge and renunciation, these are not qualities of devotion. These are qualities of a quality. You know? So Guru Maharaj said, if someone has devotion, automatically they will have knowledge, perfect knowledge. Automatically they will have perfect devotion. You know? Therefore, we see some devotee where there's no proper knowledge and not proper renunciation, that means not proper devotion. Some hole is there. So merely she took this basket, become angry, and threw in the Yamuna. And where she went, Guru Maharaj says, it's not said here where she went. But after this, where will she go? Purushottam. Where else will she go? Guru Maharaj says, without doubt, she went to Goloka, Vrindavan. Okay. So, sometimes Krishna's mother, Yasoda, so Mother Yasoda feeling, I'm Krishna's son, but who want can also have that same feeling. Krishna is like this old lady. Krishna is my son. So, Krishna have his main mother Yasoda, and his brother Balaram, her mother, her name is Rohini. These boys are so busy playing, children especially, when Now Kevin's a little old, but when he plays soccer, he forgets everything, right?
Still
A little old to be kicking the ball around. Anyway, each to his own. So children so absorbed. I remember when we were small, become mad for playing cricket and all. We would play for hours and hours and hours, like mad persons. So much absorbed, they are forgetting to eat. So again and again, Nandi Yasoda, Yasoda and Rohini. Oh Krishna, oh Balaram, come for eating. These days, children absorbed in the video games, parents calling again and again, not hearing. So again and again they're calling, but Krishna and Balaram not coming because absorbed with playing with their friends. So what to do? So Mother Yasoda goes there. Krishna, come very quickly. Why? Now it's 12 o'clock. So what? At 12:15, one ghost moves in this area. A ferocious old lady. She has a big bag. And she captures little children who are wandering this time, puts them in the bag, takes them home and makes chutney out of it. Baby Krishna, very afraid, no? What is this? What's this ghost called? It's called a how. How? What he looks like. Then Mother sort of puts sari on her face. Something like this. Not very good impression I did I? Sorry. How Bilal, then baby Krishna become too much afraid with Balaram. So they run and catch her. And Mother sort of, no, you stay here and wait for the bar. He will take you. No, Mother, take us home. In this way, the ladies would trick Krishna and Balaram to come for their lunch. No. So, Krishna and Balaram being attached to their playing, were playing with other boys very late, even though Yasoda again and again would call him. He would not come. No. Because of her affection for Krishna, and milk would automatically stream from her breasts. She would cry. No. Krishna, Krishna Aravinda Daksha. Tat, this very sweet name in Brijbasi. Tat means son. Oh Tat. Ehi stanam piba. You come, drink my milk. Like this. My darling boy, you must be very tired because of hunger and thirst. There is no need to play anymore. Come. In this way, by various tricks, they would bring Krishna and Balaram back for lunch. My dear Baladev, and Krishna not playing, so Mother Yasoda would say to Baladev, older brother, oh, best of our family. Krishna is not best of our family. You are best of our family. You will follow something. So merely bring your younger brother here. No, after you've eaten, you may go back and play more. No? So your father, Nanda Baba, is also waiting for you to eat. Without you, he will not eat anything. He is also hungry. So you don't care about your poor old mother. Care about your father. In this way, black men, of course, the eternal weapons of all mothers and fathers. In this way, by hook or by crook, they would call Krishna and Balaram back for lunch. After eating, you can play again. Mother Yasoda told Krishna more. Because of playing all day, your body has become covered by dust and sand. Therefore, come back, take bath, eat more. No. Today is a special constellation. There's auspicious, when you were born, this special star is there now in the astrology. So come, take bath, give some charity to the brahmanas, and take prasad. Just see all your friends are clean and well fed. Look at you. You should come, and again after you've eaten, you should come. So Mother Yasoda would do it like that. Also Lord Chaitanya, he is Krishna himself. He would also play it like this. One day they found some dogs, puppies. So Lord Chaitanya and his friends, Nimai, they found many puppies, 6 or 7. So each boy took a puppy. And Lord Chaitanya, Nimai, he took the best puppy. So his friends became angry. They come complained to Mother Sachi. Nimai took the best puppy. So Nimai, mother, is Brahmani, you know. So how Brahman can play with dogs? Dog is disgusting and horrible. You know, even in Australia, when we grew up, the old man next door would tell us, never touch dogs, they're full of tapeworms. The worm goes in your... He would tell us, I remember. If you touch the dog, and you touch your mouth, the tapeworm goes inside like this. You put the fear of God in us about dogs. So Mother Sachi felt horrified. My child was playing with a dog. But she was very intelligent. He said, "Oh, Nimai, come. No, put your dog here. I will tie him up. You go and take bath, take lunch, and afterwards you come and play with the dog." And while Nimai was gone, she would release a string and the puppy would escape somewhere. When Nimai could not find, he would weep and roll on the ground. Then Lochen Das Thakur said, how astonishing. The Lord who makes millions of universes is crying for his puppy and rolling on the ground. So, because of intense love and affection, Mother Yasoda thought Krishna, who had so unlimited opulences, to be her own son. Thus she took Krishna by the hand, along with Balaram, and brought them home. What time did we start? 6.
Whatever.
6 o'clock. She performed duties of bathing, feeding them, and dressing them. Okay, we can finish this little bit here tonight. So sometimes, like we also sit and discuss about Krishna, the Brijabasis also have called ghost. When we all talk about our worship of Devi, it's called Ishtagosti. So sometimes all the cowherd men would discuss different things. So one day all the old men began discussing this Brihadban, this Gokul. What's wrong?
Just dry.
Here is many problems here. Why? Here in Gokul, first Putana came, then after Putana was who? Trinavad, the cart demon. Many demons came here to Gokul. So I think we should go to another place which is more auspicious, more safe for Krishna. So all Braj means to move. So the Brijabasi is always moving from one forest to where the grass is good for the cows, they move. So we call them gypsies. What do you call them in England? Travelers. Gypsies. So Brijabasi is like that. When necessary, they put all their pots, all their pans into bullock carts and move to the next village. There's descriptions. Ananda Brindavan Shampoo is so sweetly described. How it look as Krishna and all Brijabasis going to forest, going from one place to another place. On the way, baby Krishna is asking, who is that with the big beard? And then Mother Yasoda will say, that's the banyan tree. You know banyan tree? Who's that guy with the big beard? Banyan tree. Oh, right. Who's that one with the big eyes? Coconut tree. Exactly the same. What is this bird? What is that? So it said, even though the 4 Vedas come from his breathing, still Krishna asking his mother and father, what is this? What is that? And they're educating him. This all described Ananda Brindavan Chandra. So sometimes Brijabasi is going one place to another. So I think Jiva Goswami described 2.5 years they stayed in Gokul. Then they came to Chatikara. Have you heard of Chatikara? Say yes.
No.
My God, you guys. As you go from Vrindavan to Govardhan, halfway that is called Chatikara. Now it's a big bus stop. Chatikara means like a free moon. Because all Brijavasis would put their bullock carts like in the Wild West to protect from the Indians. So Chatikara means like that. All Brijavasis would put their bullock carts around to protect Krishna and Balaram. So 2.5 years they stayed there. Then they went to Mahavan, and then finally Vrindavan, sometime also they were there, then they moved to where they are now. Krishna is in Nandagaon, and Vrishabhanu Maharaj moved to Varshana. So Brijbasi means to move. So always moving from one place to another. What happened, we'll discuss something tomorrow night. Any questions?
Yeah. How do they see Krishna as when they have a parental mood? Do they see him as a baby? So
Even when he's 125 years old, when Madhisoda met him at Kurukshetra, she took him on his lap and started feeding milk to him.
So there's a reason why there's no baby pastime in the spiritual world.
Because Krishna is eternally youthful. The feeling was he was born. He did all that. The feeling is there, but it never happened. Just only the feeling. Like when Kevin becomes 60 years old, his mother will still look at him. Kevin, so useless. Cannot do anything proper.
Yeah, there were.
Krishna.
Sorry, one more question.
Yes.
There were some devotees that were saying about that in Krishna Lila in uppercut in non-manifested, they said there is conception of demons. But I heard now with discussing with some ISKCON people and different swamis, they said there are the demons actually there.
No.
And from our Guru that we heard that there's no demons. So
There are no demons, only perfected souls can be there. How those who hate Krishna could go to the spiritual world?
that's what I was trying to sell to these people, and they say
Not possible.
not possible.
There is no, because pastimes in this world, then all type of persons are here. No? All type of, when Krishna does his pastime in the material world, then all types of materialistic persons, of course they have good fortune, also enter those pastimes. But there, only perfected personalities can go in. So how many demons will be there hating Krishna? Not possible. Okay, Hare Krishna. What?
One question?
Right.
What is the symptom that, that we can know that once in this life we chant Namapas?
You'll feel I'm liberated. You'll know when you chant Namapas. You'll feel it.
And this is
Feel
like
I'm liberated.
one name is enough to
One Namapas.
you not lose this.
Maybe after that you do some big offense to Vaishnava, then you again you chant Namaparad. Can be like that, but that is
So like you liberated, this is like beginning of integration reals.
But even liberated soul makes offense, they can go back. It said even a Jivan Mukt. Jivan Mukt means who's liberated even though being in a material body. So even a Jivan Mukt, if they do not stand up, for example, when the Ratha Yatra Chat passes, they take birth again as a demon, as a Brahma Rakshas.
Ooh.
So make sure you stand up in the future.
No, it's
Even liberated soul does some foolish thing, then that also can be affected by that. Yes.
Do we all have a different relationship with Krishna that we actually don't know at the moment?
It's there, but it now is covered.
Hmm.
Now it's covered. No doubt. I have no doubt about it. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Lavan, you do have a soul.